How you doing, everybody? My name is James Brown. I'm one of the AV engineers, and I just want to go over a few tips of Smartboard troubleshooting. In this particular video, we're going to talk about orientation and updating the firmware. If you ever have a problem with orientation, one of the first things you want to do is come and click these two buttons. Hold them down for a brief second, and you should get a diamond shape such as this. And what I like to do is go around the Smartboard a little bit, wiggle it, and go to the middle. And I do that for all of my diamond shaped dots, so to speak, to orientate the board. Now, I know some teachers like to go ahead and just click directly on the dot, but we found out sometimes when you kind of scrabble a little bit and circular motions to kind of get the board truly oriented. And most things that teachers don't know is that they have to orient the board. They're supposed to orient the board, periodically. A lot of times they think that just because they orient it one time, that's the only time they have to orient the board. But we do advise you, teachers, to orient the board periodically. So if you're ever having trouble with connection issues or touch where it's not showing up in the proper place, this is one of the first steps you will go about doing to orient the board, to get it back to recognizing your touch or your pointer and in this video. We're going to go back. Now, one of the other things I wanted to show you in this video, if there ever is a problem that you can't fix the problem with orientation through just simple orient with the 9 dots that you have, there's another step that we call where we're updating the firmware. If I can get my camera lady to just move a little closer, this is one of the Smartboard cables that we use that I probably explained earlier in the presentation that we use to help update firmware. So if you would kind of move around with me, and I'll show you in the back of the board, and I'll demonstrate how we go about updating the firmware. We will take our Smartboard cable, and we will insert it into one of the USB drives here on our laptop. The other end we would take, and this is what we would plug into the S9. And I should have already explained the brains of the Smartboard, the S9, by now. But you will plug it in like so. Once plugging it in, you will go back to your laptop. You will go to the local disk. You will go to Program Files 86. You will scroll down to Smart Technologies, Education Software. Here you should scroll down to SB Diagnostics. From here you will get this Smart Diagnostics page, which you would go to your view, and you would click on the 600 series setup. From here, this is when you will push flash, and as you see, it says, "Welcome to Smart Firmware Upgrade Wizard," and please close all other applications. We're not going to do it in this particular case, but you will go ahead and push next. Now, it says we do have a application or a version that we can update it with, and we will click that box under Update, push next. And as you see it's starting to update the firmware. And if you have a picture of that, that's letting you know that it's being updated. The Smartboard is being updated. So even though this is a training video and how I would go about the process of updating the firmware, this Smartboard in Davis Elementary actually needed to be, the firmware needed to be updated. you will push next, and you will push finish. And that's basically it, how you update the firmware. But just in case, you go in to view again, you click on 700 on 600 series. And let's just say that there was a teacher having issues, and they said that they were having issues with the orientation, and then you seen this message that the version was already up to date. Here you can do a Control Shift F, and then it will show you that there is it will show available version here to update, and that's where we would call a force update, where you can force it to update even though it says that it's already up to date. And again, that was Control Shift F, and it will allow this box to be checked, it would enable the box to be checked at that time, and then you can go in and check it next, and you'll go through the same procedures once again. And that's what we call a force update in this video. I want to thank you, tech support team, for watching this video. I hope this has helped, and I hope God truly bless you. Thank you.